itself, the top two are saying two different things. Even beneficiaries of the Griha Lakshmi scheme have claimed that they have been deprived of the scheme benefits in the last 3 months.
ಮೂರು ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಗೃಹಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅನ್ನಭಾಗ್ಯದು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಖಂಡಿತ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ ಮಾತಂತೆ ನಿಲ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಪಾವತಿ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಆದರೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಯೋಜನೆ ಓಕೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಬಸ್ಸು ಫ್ರೀ ಇದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕರೆಂಟು ಗೃಹ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ಯಾಕೋ 2 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮುಂಚೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿತ್ತು, ನಾವು 0 ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. 2 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡಿ. 2 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ನಾವು ಈ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕಟ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಫ್ರೀ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ನಂಬ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವಾಗ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅನ್ನಭಾಗ್ಯ 1 ತಿಂಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಿಂಗಳು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಗೃಹಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಅದೂ ಹಾಗೇನೆ 3 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಅದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ.
You heard that. Now, Union Minister Prahalad Joshi has alleged that payments had been withheld for 5 months. He contended that in lieu of ration reimbursements, the government has not been paying people for the last 5 months. Lakshmi funds have also not been released for 3 to 4 months. And this has now become a pattern for the entire Sarkara or government in Karnataka. Is the Karnataka chaos the result of 1 rupee earning, 2 rupee spending? Let's go across to our guests and open up this debate. Sudha Halkai, spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP with us, Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst with us, and B.S. Arun, senior journalist with us. My namaste to everyone. Thank you very much. B.S. Arunji, have you spoken to any of these schemes, all that was announced, including those cards which never materialized? Is this true? Anywhere between 3 to 5 months, endowments under various beneficiary schemes are pending in Karnataka.
Yes, we have just heard one of the beneficiaries, and it's quite a depressing scene. If you make a promise, then stand by it and implement it. So that's the baseline. The government which has been elected by the people on the promises of these schemes, these guarantees, there should be no lagging in meeting those guarantees, your assurances. So having said that, now the government itself has admitted that for several months it has not been paying properly the beneficiaries of these schemes. The Griha Bhagya, the Anna Bhagya, the various schemes, the Yuvanidhi, they have all been. My question is, what has happened to the 52,000 crore budget that was earmarked for the guarantee scheme? It's a simple question, and the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister must answer this question. Also, I would like to draw your attention to the statement by the AICC President Mallikarjun Kharge himself. He hails from Karnataka. He told the state government last year in November that if you make a promise, stand by it, and if you are not able to meet that promise, then don't make it. So he was very caustic, saying that the state government has failed in meeting it. This was 4 or 5 months back, and this has been happening ever since. And the Chief Minister himself says that he was not aware of the money not being paid. This is certainly not done by any state government, whether it's BJP ruled or the Congress ruled states. And because now it. Every party has made these promises in different states, and these guarantees are now. There will be some sort of review coming up, even for those states where new governments are coming, like Maharashtra or even Delhi. So the thing is, the moot point is, once you make a guarantee assurance, stand by it, because people have voted mainly on the basis of that. And Karnataka is a fine example of that. And that the state government has failed to meet these demands, I think, is a deplorable scene and must be criticized.
I'm just going to request our team to just go back to those numbers which our research team at the back end have pulled out here on the right stand. Of the various schemes, the date they were announced And till when is the last data that is available and the total number of registered people who are under each scheme? So Shakti scheme, the objective is free government bus rides for women. That's what they have said. It was launched on the 11th of June 2023. The status is 226 crore worth of free rides have been given so far. The status of the Shakti scheme is 7,507.35 crore has been spent till October 2024. So Shakti scheme data is October 2024. So that is Shakti scheme. The next one, Gruha Lakshmi, 2,000 per month for female heads of the family. So this is Gruha Lakshmi. This was launched on 30th of October. So, and 1.17 crore registered women, 30th October 2023. Total status is 25,259 crores till August 2024. That's the data we have. The next scheme. The next scheme, payout delay is for the months of October, November, December, January. Gruha Jyoti, free power up to 200 units per month. Gruha Jyoti. Launched in July 2023. Beneficiaries 31.8 lakh citizens who have registered for Gruha Jyoti. 8,844 crore subsidy till August 2024 again. Okay. 10 kg free rice, Annabhagya. Annabhagya 10 kg free rice per month for BPL beneficiaries. Annabhagya launched on July 10th, 2023. Beneficiaries 4.2 crore rupees has been spent. 4.2 crore netizens had registered, beg your pardon. 8,433.11 crore dispersed till July 2024. October, November, December, there has been payout delay, and September detail, August and September details, data has not yet been released. How much money has been spent? Please tell me, where is this? Syed Asad Abbas, you may have some jadui data with you. Can you please give me data for August, September, October, November, December, January? Because Chief Minister has said no beneficiary, nothing has been stopped. So who do I believe? DK Shiv Kumar or Siddaramaiah? You're on mute, sir.
Yes, Anand.
Yeah.
Yes. Your question is absolutely right. Who do you believe? There is an official statement both by DK Shiv Kumar ji, the Deputy Chief Minister, and Siddaramaiah ji, where they have dismissed allegation of funds crunch, calling them a bunch of lies. Also, he insisted that government collections do not happen overnight and that year-end revenue is coming in as expected. And he stated, and I quote, "When the government gets money, we will release it. The government has the funds and there are no issues." On Annabhagya, he asserted that the only media and BJP were raising concerns while beneficiaries had no complaints. He admitted that the money is pending for 2 to 3 months and it will be released this month, that is in the month of February. Now, with respect to Annabhagya, let me tell you what the Food and Civil Supplies Minister, Mr. K.H. Muniappa, very tall leader of Kolar here in Karnataka, has stated that there are no outstanding payments to 4 to 5 months. He has admitted 2 months payment is pending and that will be cleared within this month. And he also stated that we have been disbursing funds once every 2 months. But going forward, we will ensure monthly payments. If the opposition criticizes us, it means we are doing our job properly. There are no doubts about the team. The numbers that you've given are absolutely right, Anand Saab. The fact of the matter is, over the last 1 year, the Congress party here ruling in Karnataka, be it Gruha Jyoti, Gruha Lakshmi, Annabhagya, Nari Shakti, Yuva Nidhi, they have implemented all the 5 guarantee schemes. All 5 have been running. Yes, there has been a 2 months delay, and as admitted and agreed by the concerned ministers, that shall be taken care of within this
If the delay is only 2 months, why is the data not available since August, and in certain cases since October, and in some cases since July? That's one. Secondly, sir, will you work for me, or should I make a promise to you first saying I'll give it to you, and then I'll say sorry, I'll give it to you when I get money. Then I say no, I'll give it to you once in 2 months, and then I'll say sorry, we have to wait for another 3 months because I have no money. So is that not belying the trust of the voter? Is that not taking the voter for a right royal ride? Is that
Absolutely
not poor
not.
policy and purely
No, no.
electoral reverie saying you have gone ahead and made
No,
a
no,
promise
I have the answer
which you
to
have no clue how you are going to supplement?
No, absolutely not. If that was the case, if the people of Karnataka were not happy with these schemes, then why say in the recently held by-elections in Sandur, Shiggaon and Channapatna, all three were swept and won by the Congress party, not the BJP or the JDS.
What
This
has
shows
that
that the
got to do
people
with
of
the
Karnataka... Allow me to
giving of
complete,
the
ma'am.
guarantees?
Ma'am, the question... Wait, ma'am, please, my turn, please. So this shows that the people of Karnataka are happy with the Congress party. If they found fault in these schemes and if the money wasn't coming in time, they would not vote Congress party leaders again. This shows that the trust, of course, the Congress party has admitted that it has been delayed by 2 months, which is not being paid. But they have committed and confirmed by this month end, the respective payments will be made. So the people of Karnataka, the mandate
Did the
standing with
manifesto
Congress party-
did the manifesto of the Congress party say that they will give the benefits only once in 2 months? Or are they saying that Annabhagya will give you rice once in 2 months? So you please manage for the 1 month where I cannot give you any money for buying your rice. Or are you trying to say bus rides also once in 2 months? Are you trying to say that
No,
I'll
no,
give you
bus
power?
rides-
I will give you beneficiary
Bus
of
rides have
benefits
been
of
free.
power, but that I'll give you only once in 2 months. Now,
Bus rides have been
okay.
free, sir.
Please, Mr. Syed Asad Abbas, work very, very hard. I'll pay you salary once in 2 months. Is that acceptable? No,
not about
is
salary, sir.
that accept? You are going and making a promise, and then then you're saying, sorry, it's only 2 months. 2 months for the
No, no,
neta.
no.
On
No, no,
paper,
no.
it
I
is
will
4
answer that.
months. The official
I will
data
answer that.
released by the government shows 5 to 6 months. So the last
I
full
also
year
have-
they have implemented for 6 months and not implemented for 6 months. So what is
I
it?
also have the
So
official
half the
data.
glass is empty, half the glass is full. Half the benefits have been given, half the benefits have not been given. Is
I
that
also
the
have the
status?
data. If you allow me to just
Till when do you
quickly
have
give
data, sir? Do you have data
I
of
have
September,
data, sir.
October, November? Do
I-
you have
I'll
data
tell you-
till?
I'll tell you the data.
Do you have
Officially-
data till November
official
2024?
data which has been released by the Congress party so far, meaning from where I speak today. Today being, coming to the mid-month of February.
Today. Let's say
Mid-month.
I'm not even saying
15th. I'm
February.
saying till 15th.
I am not even saying 31st of January. I am saying give me data till 30th of December.
Okay, so here is the data.
Huh.
The Karnataka Congress government has already transferred 25,407 crore rupees annually in bank accounts of 1 crore 21 lakh Kannadiga mothers and sisters by the Gruha Lakshmi scheme.
Till what
Now,
date?
let me-
I put out the same data right now, sir. It is till August.
I'm telling you till so far, sir. What the data that I have is till the February 15, 2025.
The
This
data is not till
what is
February
available
15,
to me.
2025. Gruha Lakshmi,
This
we
is the
put
data
out.
which I have with
Gruha
me,
Lakshmi-
sir.
Arey, you have checked on the 15th of February 2025. Gruha Lakshmi data is actually updated till August. That's what we put out. 25,411 crores. What you said right now, that number will come back again on the screen. Sudha Alkai, has the payment been made till 15th of February? Then why are these respondents saying I have not received money for the last 3 months?
Absolutely no, Anand. The payments have not been made. Let us go back to the history and see that the whole and the sole reason for the Congress government to win the elections in Karnataka was based on the surety of the guarantees. And then I should remind Mr. Sidramaya has said that, Kakapa nimgu free, nanugu free, ellargu free. This is what he had told in the public meeting. And today it is the same chief minister who is saying that, I don't know, I am unaware that the people have not been benefited with their guarantees for a few of their months. Look at the apathy and look at their, negligence and look at the way they give their statements.
Just one second, Sudhaji, on your screen, 25,259 crore transferred till August 2024.
Yes.
Gruha
it is
Lakshmi.
Being only given
Not
till August
15th,
and
not
the
15th of
apathy
February
is not been given.
2025. Yes, Sudha Alkai.
No, it is not been given. It's not, the guarantees have not been reached to the people of Karnataka. They have fooled the people of Karnataka. They are fooling the common people of Karnataka. In fact, they have raised the tariffs, taking from water, milk, electricity, everything, seeds for the farmers, for the excise department, everything is increased there. It is like, 10 haath se lo or ek haath se do. This is what that iske topi uske sir, uske topi iske sir. This is what they have been doing in Karnataka. The only thing which they have given the guarantees is for the number of crimes, for the corruption, for the collapse of law and order, and for the most negligible and incompetent government we have seen in Karnataka today. That is the Congress government by Mr. Sidramaya. They're
But the
just
point-
fooling the people
Answer
of
that,
Karnataka,
please.
nothing else.
But you know what is going to happen? Like in Delhi, the BJP had to promise whatever is being given will continue to be given and we'll give you something more. How are you going to plan
See,
for it?
and-
Where are you going to generate the
Anand,
money
Anand,
for
that's
it?
what I'm saying. The only guarantee which is a guarantee is Modi ji's guarantee, and which he has been implementing since past 11 years. Every beneficiary from every sector has reached their benefit amount to their bank directly, and not a single month they have been denied of this. And every term they're coming up with a budget, they're announcing one or the other schemes for the poorest to the poorest people, and everything is being done because, we are very much working on it day and night. And it is a logical one, not like this they do it. Other than that, they're absolutely, and look at them, the way they speak, they don't even feel sorry for what they have done. Absolutely, there is no feeling of sorry for the people of Karnataka. They are just fooling the people of Karnataka.
See,
Look at Modi ji's. At least they should learn from the footsteps of Modi ji's.
See, one of the things is all political parties are compelled to play this game of freebie politics, B.S. Arun. But the Karnataka
Here
government...
we are giving the benefits to the beneficiary in every sector, wherever they need.
No,
Take it Shauchalayas,
it
take
cannot be.
Shauchalayas, take
No,
it
Sudhaji,
Annabhagya.
your benefit cannot be welfare, and the other party's benefit cannot be revdi or dole. Benefits, revdi.
We are not against the guarantee, but
point.
have they stood up to their promises?
Correct.
Are they
It's
not
not about
putting the exchequer
yeah,
of the Karnataka
correct.
government?
I'm just
Are
coming
they not
across.
looting
I'm
the
just coming
people,
across to
pockets of
that.
the common people?
1 minute. I'm asking you, B.S. Arun. Let's say I am the Neta who has promised you free bus ride. I have also promised you free electricity, and I have also promised you free rice and free ration. For me to promise that, I have to have money in my pocket to be able to give you that. Now, the old adage in in ancient Bharat was that the Raja's coffers have to be full. Only then he can do donation or he can do welfare. In this case, my question to you, sir, is: has the Karnataka government since 2023 to 2025 shown a significant rise in their revenue? Have they shown significant rise in the income of the state and filling up of their coffers? Or are their coffers running dry and have their debts only mounted?
Debts are mooted as regards the budgets of the last 2 years. There is no doubt about that. And also, Anand, the state government has not earmarked, from where this amount of 52,000 crore is going to come, from where they will mop up, from where the additional resources will come, so that the guarantees are given. So this is an important issue. If you are making a guarantee, then provide for it. Tell the people, be transparent from where the money is going to come, how you are mopping up your resources for that particular purpose. As there are various schemes because of possibly because of these guarantee schemes. The state government drew money from the SC/ST welfare fund last year. So, these kind of things will happen. The SC/ST funds meant for, the welfare of the Dalits, welfare of the scholarships of the students belonging to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes were taken away to meet the demands of the guarantees. So these are the kinds of things that are happening. It will continue to happen in any state which has not planned properly for disbursing the money. So finally the point is, if you have the money, give it. If you don't have, then don't make promises. Siddaramaiah will be will be giving his budget speech on 7th of March, and I hope at least this year, he makes good these lacunae that have creeped in his budget speeches in the last 2 years.
But he has no clue whether or not even the beneficiaries are receiving their benefit.
Anand, will they give the accountability for the 52,000 crores and the mismanagement of 25,000 crores of the STSC funds, for God's sake? Why are they? Who is going to be accountable for that? 25,000, more than 25,000 crores have been mismanaged by the STSC funds. Where has the money gone? So much of corruption has taken place. Valmiki Nigam, 187 crores of scam has taken place. Where is the money going? That's the biggest question.
Where is the money going is one question. The other question I am asking is, where are they earning the money? The government has to
Then
show some money in
because
their
all
pocket.
the FDI investments have been taken back by the international companies. All the international companies which had signed the MOU during a double engine Sarkara, all the MOUs have been taken by the international companies. They are not ready to invest anymore over here. Take it Suzuki, which was supposed to invest 25,000
Can I answer
crores. Take
this?
it Tata. Take it any company. They have all taken back. Then where will we get the funds from?
Syed Asad Abbas?
Today, Karnataka is completely
Okay, now,
bankrupt
ma'am,
because of this
my
Congress
name is
government.
taken. Ma'am, I did not interrupt when you spoke. Kindly extend me the same courtesy. Thank you very much, ma'am. Ma'am, the fact of the matter we need to understand here is, yes, of course, there are no two ways about it. Mr. D.K. Shivkumar has time and again in the press conferences, even Mr. Sidramaya has stated how they are facing challenges with respect to providing the funds for the 5 implementation of the guarantee schemes. The fact of the matter is, when this is Revdi, when this is bad, this is not working, why on earth have you promised a similar Aam Aadmi Party style of Revdis, ma'am, in Delhi? Like,
you're missing.
You have to learn from my government, from my prime minister.
You are missing the.
Allow me to
Benefit
continue.
of
One minute, Syed Asad Abbas.
My point.
Syed Asad Abbas. Syed Asad. Here is Syed Asad Abbas. I am simply asking you, sir.
Sudhaji speaks, no interruption. When I speak.
Don't try this tactic with me, Syed. Don't try this tactic with me. It won't work. Answer the flow is going the other way. The flow is going in the wrong
There is
direction.
no
That's why I'm
way.
correcting
There
the
is
flow.
no
I'm
way.
putting a dam and saying redirecting. I'm simply
This
asking
is-
you.
this is basically-
I am simply asking you, Syed Asad Abbas. Please tell me how much money revenue has the Karnataka government generated for the state in the last 2 years? What is the
This
amount?
question, yes. Firstly, this is a 3-on-1 debate. Anand Narasimhan, Sudha Halkaiji of BJP, B.S. Arun who's supporting the BJP, and you are doing.
No, I'm not supporting the
We are talking
He's not. Listen. Rather than casting aspersions and trying to buy time and try to even. I asked you a simple question, sir. When I say you, when the Karnataka government has said, I am going to spend 52,000 crore rupees. How much are you going to earn to be able to spend 52,000 crore rupees? You should earn at least 50,000 crore rupees.
Articulate.
Say that you're in deficit of 2,000 crore rupees.
Allow me
I'm just
to
saying,
articulate.
last 2 years,
Allow me.
what is the revenue generated by the Karnataka government, and how is it more incremental revenue between over 21 to 23 and 23 to 25? What's the incremental revenue?
Okay. This question you can definitely present to those who are Karnataka Congress spokesperson or able ministers. I do not hold such detailed.
Sir, you had data of Grow Lakshmi of August 2024, which you were passing off of February 2025. So I am asking you, sir, shouldn't you as a Karnataka citizen, a concerned citizen, know कि मेरा सरकार कमा रहा है कि नहीं कमा रहा है?
Allow me to.
And here he's saying
okay.
we were 3
No,
to 1. Then on
give me
which
time.
party he is talking
Anand,
on behalf
please
then?
Please allow me to make my point.
Yeah.
Thank you. The fact of the matter is, let us understand that the Karnataka government still remains the second largest contributor to the GDP of the nation. And in terms of taxation also, we know Karnataka ranks among the top 10.
Taxation, you are rising the tax for everything.
I simply asked you, sir, what is the incremental revenue you have, Karnataka government has generated for the incremental doles that it is promising its people?
Now,
Where are you going to earn the money? How are you earning the money? What's the plan?
Of course, like Anand, do I look like Sidramaya to you or D.K. Shivkumar?
You look like a resident and a voter of Karnataka and a resident of Bengaluru city who has his vote in Karnataka. Shouldn't you be concerned?
You can ask this question to Congress spokesperson. I will present you with the limited information what I carry.
That is exactly what I am trying to say,
please
sir.
allow
That
me.
the income
Allow me,
generated
sir,
by the
without-
Karnataka government is limited, and the expenditure promised or the expenditure gone ahead and
Okay.
promised by the Karnataka government is extreme. That's
Now-
the problem, sir. That's where the whole economics is wrong. That you are earning 1 rupee and you are promising to spend 2 rupees. So where is the balance 100 paisa going to come from? That's the question everybody will ask. Common sense, sir.
But you don't question Karnataka BJP government when they also had.
Sir, when the Karnataka BJP government comes, they will also be questioned because anybody and everybody who is promising welfare has to generate the revenue to live up to that welfare without denying the person or drying up the coffers of the state. That's a simple
Anand,
logic, sir. It's
Anand,
governance
yours-
and policy that governs this and drives this. If you drive the state further into debt, you will not contribute to GDP. Your people will get poorer, and investments will go out of your state. And from a progressive state, you will become a Bimaru state in no time. So
No,
this
no,
revdi
no,
politics,
no,
when you
no,
make
no,
promises during
No,
elections,
so when
do you
BJP
have a
does it,
plan
it's
to earn
okay.
this money? The
So
simple
when
question.
BJP does it, it's okay.
No, sir, it is not okay when whoever does it.
it's okay
But
for
sir, you
you.
have to come back
But
with
when
a plan
Congress
as to
does it,
how
it
are
is
you going to,
wrong.
how are you going to,
BJP does
how
it,
are you going to fulfill these
Stop.
guarantees? So
When
what I am
BJP
asking you
okay,
simply,
sir.
sir,
No,
is there a
sir,
method
sir,
that you
if you have
created
asked a
revenue,
question
generated,
without
stopped the
interrupting,
leaking of
have
resources,
the our
and you
side
said,
out as
okay,
well.
I have saved 100,000
Sir,
crores
you
here,
just have
so I'm going to
hear-
spend 100,000
you
crores
just
there.
want to question, you don't want to hear the answer.
You don't
Just
have the
question
answer and
no
you're
answer.
beating around
And
the
if I
bush playing the
answer,
victim card,
you
Syed
don't
Asad
hear
Abbas.
the
I
answer,
told you I will
you
call
just
your
want to
game up.
interrupt.
I will call your
You just
bluff
want
up
to
here on the show,
interrupt.
sir. The moment
Sir,
you
you
start
are
bluffing, I will call you up respectfully. I'll call
You
you
are
out.
the best
You are just
spokesperson
beating
of
around the
the
bush,
sir.
trying to hog around the time and
Sir,
play the victim card. I will
sir,
not allow you to do that. Final word, B.S.
You are
Arun.
the best
Is it unfair to
spokesperson
ask
BJP
of
ever
every
had.
government that promises these kind of
You are
freebies
the
and welfare
most
schemes?
spectacular spokesperson of BJP, sir.
Sir, whatever you want to call me, you're welcome to call
The
me. Please
best.
ask Siddaramaiah where has he got
The
the money?
best.
Does he have the money? Ask DK Shivkumar why is it that the
When
Chief
BJP
Minister and
answered
Deputy
you,
Chief Minister are in variance in point of view and also information. Two top people of the government are saying two different things. Ask them the question, you voted for them.
ask
Yes,
BJP
B.S.
also,
Arunji.
sir. BJP
B.S. Arun.
also
They have been voted out, they are sitting in opposition. What's the
Why,
point of
sir?
asking the BJP in Karnataka? I have to
Delhi,
ask the
what
Congress.
they
No,
have
sir,
done
they
is
have been voted, they are in power.
Why don't
B.S.
you
Arun.
condemn their every politics?
Yeah,
As they
Anand, my point is,
In
I'm
Delhi-
not
in
against
Delhi,
these
you know,
guarantees.
sir,
Ji.
The only
Delhi
point
now they
is,
are giving
give it to the needy people, give it to the people who really deserve that. Number one. Number two, also, provide the allocation. When you make the budget, there should be transparency regarding how much you are going to spend and from where you are mopping up the resources to spend this money. These are the two main things that I want to tell Anand.
Sir, yes, sir. Simply had the government been able to plug the leaks in the system, they could have saved anywhere upward of 25,000 crores. If they had plugged the leak in the system, the Karnataka government system, that's added money in the pocket to kind supplement and honor the promises made to the voter. Had they generated additional revenue and investment, created an environment, brought in about 100,000 crore worth of investment, then nobody would have questioned whatever promises they are making, and they wouldn't have had a 5-month lag. 3 to 5 month lag in delivering the promises they made to the people. That's the point. This is poor economics and this kind of politics doesn't work.
They don't have any rights to loot the people.
The simple thing, Sudha Halkaiji, is you are forced to follow this because the voter is voting based on this. How you are able to supplement this with your economics and policy and governance, perhaps that's the differentiator. That's the differentiator. But at the end of the day, you're taxing the Aam Aadmi only. That's what you're doing. You're not bringing added revenue. You have to create added revenue, added wealth before you give out these doles.
Indian Sarkar, we had the highest FDI investment, we had the highest unicorn startups, and we have everything. There is a consistency in what we are doing, and we are having the highest MOUs.
There was huge amount of corruption even during the Karnataka BJP government. They were also not able to plug the leaks. You plug the leaks, you will save money. Prime Minister Narendra Modi centrally was able to plug the leaks. 150,000 crores worth of leaks in the system were plugged, and that's how money was generated to try and supplement the promises made.
Absolutely no. It was during Siddaramaiah's last government where he had taken the highest loan in the history
nobody,
of Karnataka
no
after
political party,
independence.
very respectfully, no political party can cover themselves or color themselves in glory with respect to Karnataka. And with respect to corruption in
Anand,
Karnataka.
please go back
Very
to
respectfully,
comment.
I have to wind up. We'll
COVID,
take
we
this
have
conversation
given the best to
forward.
the people
Mr.
of
Siddaramaiah is going to
Karnataka.
present the
No,
budget.
I
We'll
will
discuss
not take
again.
this blame, Anand, because in spite of
we will
COVID, we have given the best to the people of
Ma'am,
Karnataka.
there are
Why
senior
are these
BJP
people
leaders who are
saying
charged
so?
with
They
graft
don't
and
have any
corruption
rights to
even
loot
during the
people of Karnataka.
Basavaraj Bommai government and others. Let's not get into that. Let's say that whoever can practice clean politics, they will keep getting voted back. You wouldn't have a rotational Sarkar in Karnataka then. Thank you. I have to wind up on that note. Thank you very, very much. When we come back, this entire early break being awarded to Muslim employees in the Telangana state government during the period of Ramzan, does it not smack of appeasement? Stay with us.
While hearing the plea filed by YouTuber Ranvir Allahbadia, the Supreme Court bench came down heavily on him. However, they've granted him relief from arrest. As of now, Ranvir Allahbadia has cases pending against him at Jaipur, at Guwahati, apart from that at Mumbai as well. This very case pertains to remarks which were made on India's Got Talent show. Apart from Ranvir Allahbadia, there are several other promoters as well as judges of the show who are under the radar of various agencies. Particularly when it comes to Ranvir Allahbadia, he had moved to Supreme Court asking for relief from arrest and also clubbing of all the FIR against him. Now here, particularly the counsel that appeared for Ranvir Allahbadia, that's Abhinav Chandrachud, happened to mention before the court that he was receiving death threats and also there was name calling being made against the family members of Ranvir Allahbadia. However, the court mentioned that making comments, obscene comments, just because they had the authority on YouTube does not account for them coming before the court. They also came down heavily saying that such comments are something that would not be permissible before the parents or family. It was not kind of a comment that one would make. Particularly mentioning of these obscene comments, the court, however, though came down heavily on Ranvir Allahbadia, granted him relief from arrest in all of these cases on the condition that he would have to be present before all these enforcement agencies in person and record the statement. Also, they went further to mention that Ranvir Allahbadia did not particularly have his counsel along with him when he appears before them for questioning. Now here, before this, the Khar police station at Mumbai had also reached out to Ranvir Allahbadia. However, sources had mentioned that he was not to be found and it was not possible to communicate with him, which is where his legal team was in touch with the Khar police station. The court has also gone further and mentioned that Ranvir Allahbadia should submit his passport and so that he cannot travel outside the country. Apart from that, promoters of the very show, also were judges, are not allowed to have any further show until any orders by the court. The agencies which would further be questioning Ranvir Allahbadia have also been instructed to submit a report before the court, so which is where. Now what's also important to note is that this very statement that has been made by court would further have Ranvir Allahbadia to be ensured that he be present before all of these agencies, particularly so that he cooperate with them for the investigation. Now here the next summon for Ranvir Allahbadia is before the Maharashtra Cyber Cell, which is for February 24th. So which is why now Ranvir Allahbadia would have to be present before Maharashtra's Cyber Cell and record his statement. Apart from that, the Khar police station is also trying to find Ranvir Allahbadia, and so is a case with summons issued from Jaipur as well as Guwahati. But on the other hand, the National Commission for Women had also sent summons to approximately 7 people who were promoters, directors and producers of the show India's Got Talent. When it comes to these very summons that were issued by the NCW, none of them appeared before the NCW. In fact, Apura Mukhija, apart from that Samay Raina, Ranvir Allahbadia had requested that they be allowed to be present through video conferencing, something that was rejected by the National Commission for Women, and the second date has now been given. Samay Raina and Apura Mukhija have been called in on March 6th, whereas Ranvir Allahbadia has been summoned for March 11th.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी इस पूरे मामले में जो आरोपी हैं रणवीर अलाहाबादी, उसको काफ़ी फटकार लगाई। जो लैंग्वेज यूज़ होते थे काफ़ी ऑब्जेक्शनेबल थे। सुप्रीम कोर्ट में ये बोला
एडवोकेट आशीष जी राय और उनके सहकारी लोगों ने मुझे राज्य महिला आयोग को एक कंप्लेंट दर्ज की थी। उन्होंने उसमें कहा था कि रणवीर अलाहाबादी और उनकी की पूरी टीम बहुत गंदे कंटेंट लेके यूट्यूब पे कुछ वीडियो अपलोड करते हैं और एक प्रोग्राम लेते हैं कि उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई की जाए। तो उसका रेफरेंस लेके हमने मुंबई पुलिस को लेटर भेजा था और कहा था कि इसकी पूरी तरह से जांच की जाए और इसकी जांच करते हुए आपके पास जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन आ जाए उसके ऊपर उचित कार्रवाई की जाए। दूसरे ही दिन उनके ऊपर एफआईआर दर्ज की गई और इस कंटेंट लेके, इससे गंदे कंटेंट लेके जहाँ भी ये वीडियो किए जाते हैं, जो शूट किया जाता है, वो जाके लोकेशन देख के पुलिस ने अच्छी तरह से इसका पूरा तपास किया है और उसके बारे में आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है कि जिनके दिमाग में गंदगी भरी होती है वो लोग इस तरह से अपने माता पिता और इस तरह से बातें करते हैं। तो रणवीर अलाहाबादी और उनके पूरे टीम ने आगे जाकर पुलिस को अच्छी तरह से इसमें तपास में सहयोग करें। जो भी गंदे कंटेंट इनके यूट्यूब पे हो गए वो इनके यूट्यूब चैनल से हटा दिए जा और अलग अलग जगह में अलग अलग राज्य में जो उनके ऊपर जो भी एफआईआर दर्ज हुई है इकट्ठा किए जा।
The Congress-led Telangana government announced reduced work hours for Muslim employees during the fasting month of Ramzan, prompting a furious reaction from the BJP. Telangana Chief Secretary issued an order allowing Muslim employees to leave offices an hour earlier during the month of Ramzan, which begins on the 1st of March or 2nd, depending upon the sighting of the moon. The orders are applicable to Muslim teachers, contractual employees, outsourcing, board and public sector workers. The BJP slammed the Congress for allowing reduced work hours for Muslim employees, calling it an appeasement tactic and that no such concessions were granted to Hindus during their fast on Navratri. BJP IT cell in charge Amit Malviya on a post on X said, the appeasement bug strikes the Congress government in Telangana, which has approved relaxed work hours for Muslim state employees during Ramzan. No such concessions are ever granted to Hindus when they fast during Navratri. He further accused the Congress party of reducing the Muslim community to a mere vote bank. He further added, this tokenism isn't about being sensitive to the religious beliefs of one community, but about reducing them to a mere vote bank. It should be opposed. Work hour relief for Muslim employees, does Ramzan relief actually smack of appeasement? T.R. Srinivas, leader of the Telangana BJP with us, Syed Asad Abbas stays on, and we have Suresh Kochatil, political analyst, who should join us in a bit. My namaste to everybody. T.R. Srinivas, what's the Telangana BJP's position here?
Very, very good evening, and a very interesting debate today. And I'm really not surprised if Congress. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm really not surprised. I'm really not surprised what Congress is doing right now. If he doesn't do this, I'll be really surprised. Now. They're usually to their 80-20 game. Now their caste census is done. They are busy dividing Hindu votes into different categories, and they are playing to the minority segment, and they want to consolidate this. And I really don't understand when they talk about secularism. I mean, we are talking about our nation, entire nation being one. I want to ask the Honorable Chief Minister, sir, there are 3 times when Hindus fast. This is after Ugadi, 9 days, Navratri, first Navratri, Dasra 9 days, then Kartik Masam 30 days. Sir, you forgot us, sir. Are we the children of lesser God, Hindus, and other Christians, other minorities like Sikhs, Jains, Parsis? Why don't you think about themselves? Sir, why are you thinking of only one particular set of population? Why, sir? Why? You want to play with, again, the same old, the raga, the morning raga, RAGA, the raga of morning raga. What do you want to do? Please tell me, sir.
Syed Asad Abbas?
Very valid point, Srinivas Garu, very valid point, sir. I believe, when I read the story, that those who are fasting and those who are even needed, who are essential duties, they must complete their hours. And those who do not hold any essential duty after 4 p.m. are allowed to go. Well, sir, I completely stand with you and agree with you that this should be done during, Navratri as well. But tell me, sir, I happen to read that the UP government in the year 2023 gave 1 lakh rupees each to every district of Uttar Pradesh to celebrate March 2023 from Times of India. Not just that, sir, the UP government also planned and went ahead with grand celebrations at Devi temples across the state. The fact of the matter, why is the Uttar Pradesh government, which is ruled by BJP, asking the district authorities to celebrate, also giving it funds, sir? Let us both come on the end that appeasement is wrong, sir, what is being done by the Congress party. But isn't it also wrong when the Bharatiya Janata Party also does? Isn't it so, sir?
Yes, Mr. Srinivas.
I think your questions are also valid, provided you dwell into the history of the so-called your friends, that is Congress, who have been really putting onto the doors, sitting onto the money of the temples of Hindus from the time the country got independence. Where did they go get the surplus funds? Where did they have these funds access to do their secular appeasement, pseudo secularism, whatever we call the names? How did they do it, sir? You forgot, sir.
Just for a sec, we've just got an update. The subject is festivals, Ramzan, permission to all government employees belonging to Muslim community, including teachers, outsourcing and contract employees, village ward secretariats to leave offices, schools early by an hour from 02/03/2025 to 30/3/2025 accorded. This is by the Andhra Pradesh government. The government hereby permits all employees who profess Islam, including teachers and persons hired on contract, outsourcing basis, and also village ward secretariats to leave their offices, schools early by an hour before closing time on all working days on the holy month of Ramzan. And this is signed by the Principal Secretary to the government political. Mr. Srinivas?
I fully agree here. The Andhra Pradesh government, where we are also there in the coalition, and certainly the leaders are there, they will certainly ask the questions. I'll leave that matter to them. I'm really at the present concerned about the state of Telangana. I'm also asking here, what about the leaves for other people also? I'm just asking, just a question.
Yes, Mr. Suresh Kochatil is there. Mr. Kochatil, Buddhists have a similar 40-day period. Christians have a similar 40-day period. Hindus have a 40-day period. Jains have the period of Paryushan. Never are these concessions made. Sikhs have also their own observations, and they have their own this. These concessions are not made for these communities. When you make it for a particular community, does that not smack of appeasement? Why only their prayer matters? Only their fasting matters? Is that an unfair question to ask? Be it the Andhra Pradesh government or the Telangana government, be it any government.
Yeah, Anand, I'll take a specific example here. The Shabarimala season, the 41-day Mandala Kalam.
Correct.
Now, during the afternoon, those who are on this Diksha, they cannot go and eat anywhere and everywhere. Either they eat from their home or they go to temples and eat. Okay. I first, for example, stay in Secunderabad, and we have a big Bolaram Ayyappa temple where more than 700 devotees come for lunch. These are people on Ayyappa Diksha. Now imagine this guy has to take leave to come for this particular purpose. He doesn't get permission. Suppose, why can't the Telangana government say, okay, fine, every day afternoon for 2 hours you can go for Diksha and come back. Okay. And then, this is specifically because Navratri usually fasting, they'll say, okay, after 6, no, what is the problem? The same issue applies there also. The problem is, these parties all speak about secularism. Now, their brand of secularism is different. When you look at the definition of secularism, it says state has nothing to do with religion. But then you see that the endowments department is there for the Hindu temple, but there is no such body for controlling the Christian or Muslim institutions. So where is secularism gone now? So this is pure appeasement, nothing but appeasement, because you always know that there is a mosque inside the secretariat itself where you can break your fast. So 5 o'clock your work is over. You go down 6:30. You can break your iftar and then you can have it there. But this is the problem. They are kind of permitting everybody to leave at 4 o'clock. What is the point? That you want to travel 2 hours to reach a mosque which is near your place? I fail to understand this. This is okay. I appreciate all this, whatever happening. Even if we see iftar parties being held, do you see anybody going for a Diwali party or any other party that is there? Any Diwali function or Dasara function? Do you see Sultan Salahuddin Owaisi there? You don't see him. But every politician worth his salt will go because it's a vote. Simple as that. It is nothing but vote bank politics. They want votes, be it Chandrababu Naidu or be it Revanth Reddy, they all strive for votes. It's simple as that. The state which I come from, even though I grew up in Hyderabad, Kerala for example, during the month of Ramzan, restaurants are not allowed to open in Malappuram district and other places, northern Kerala. Restaurants are not allowed to open. Children who get lunch to schools cannot have lunch along with other children because they are on fasting. So they are asked to go elsewhere and sit and have their lunch. Imagine, this is what is happening today. I mean, why discriminate with children? I fail to understand that. Why can't children have their lunch in the same place where there's no midday meal served, by the way? That is also stopped. So they have to get their own lunch and they have to eat. This is wrong. I beg, if somebody can correct me if it is right, then I'll stand corrected. But this is what I know of, and you can even Google it and get the information if you need to. My point is simple. When you are a secular state, why have different policies for different parties? The gentleman before me mentioned that Uttar Pradesh government gave grants. Telangana government does it. Telangana government gives grants to Christians and Muslims and others during their festivals. They have a huge jamboree where they give away the gifts. What about that? Why is state money being used to propagate or support religion? Don't support anything. Even against Hindus, I say, don't do it. But then you never see anybody saying that all Hindus will get certain dresses during Diwali. Dasara, they give something called Batkama saris here, which they stopped now anyway. But the point is very simple. The state has no role with religion. If your iftar is at 6:30 in the evening or 5:30, you need to reach the mosque. There is a mosque near every other place where you work or where you stay. Please go there. Or else, from next season onwards, for every Ayyappa Diksha, please permit all the Ayyappa devotees, including children in schools who are on Diksha, to go and have their food outside, their what we call Annaprasadam, and come back. Annadanam, Annaprasadam, and come back. No, they won't. Show me one example where it is allowed.
Right. Syed Asad Abbas.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Suresh Saab, I think, I don't know whether you're aware, but Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister is your ally, sir, Chandrababu Naidu.
Sir, I'm not a BJP guy, sir. Sorry, I stand to correct it. The BJP spokesperson is there in the debate.
You are or not, but since you're supporting, I'm just telling you that the ally of BJP has also done this. And I'm glad, sir, that you said religion must not be supported. Same way, I think you should call out the UP government, which gave out to 1 lakh rupees to every district.
He spoke about it. This is Syed Asad Abbas. It's unfortunate that you were not willing to listen to him. You heard his voice, but you didn't hear what he said. And you're obsessed with just making your point.
Him.
He mentioned
I said you should stop it. I said you should stop it.
He said they should stop it. He spoke about UP government and he said they should stop it. That's what I'm trying to say. He spoke about the UP government also, Suresh Kuchhar.
That is why I informed him with the same point, because of course he joined in earlier.
No, he didn't join earlier. He said about it. He heard you. Earlier. He mentioned the UP government, but you didn't hear him at all. That's what exactly what I'm trying to say. The point is, sir, rather than deflecting and doing whataboutery, my simple question is, when these leaders do this, are they not brazenly appeasing only one particular community? It's not even minorities. It's just Muslim appeasement. You're not doing it for all minorities also. Then you can say, okay, it's only Hindu discrimination. It's not Hindu discrimination. It's only Muslim selection. Sir, if you object, to what UP government is not doing minority appeasement. UP government, you will say, is only doing majoritarianism. But my point is, sir, if the Congress is supposed to be secular, the Congress is supposed to be democratic, why are they practicing this in Telangana? Why don't they make these concessions across the board for any person of any belief whenever they have to leave, and we'll give you those concessions? They're not doing that. They're doing it only for this, only for Muslims. That's what I'm trying to ask. Point is, sir, when you single out, if you believe UP government is majoritarian, then you have to accept that Revant Reddy and Chandrababu Naidu right now are playing brazen appeasement communal politics just to appease the Muslims. So it's the same part. T.R. Srinivas.
Chandrababu Naidu and Mr.
Revant Reddy
are all appeasing.
They're all appeasing. Okay, T.R. Srinivas.
Let me get into here. See, if we are going into retrospection from the day from when we got our independence till date, whichever the government there was there, let us all come together. Bygones be bygones. Let's come together and say we have a uniform civil code where everything is one, everybody is one, and we have one code governing us. Why don't our Syed Abbas ji give a voice to?
With due respect, sir, the common civil code applies to contracts, civil marriage contracts. The common civil code does not apply to these kind of appeasement policies that are adopted by state governments when they grant certain sections of society leave. That's beyond the ambit of the common civil code. I have run out of time at the moment, but we will see. Now, Andhra Pradesh has also followed suit along with Telangana. Let's quit. Thank you to all our guests. Well, the last leg, we'll get you up to bring you up to speed on this entire India. How latent can those who are on social media get with language and values that Bharat espouses? The Supreme Court granted podcaster Ranvir Allahbadia interim protection from arrest in the FIRs registered against him for his alleged objectionable comments during the YouTube show India's Got Latent, even as it condemned his language, asking, in this country, if this is not obscenity, what is the standard of obscenity? Justice Suryakant, presiding over a two-judge bench, told Ranvir Allahbadia's counsel, Advocate Abhinav Chandrachud, there is something that is dirty in his mind that has been vomited by way of this program. The words you have chosen, parents will feel ashamed, daughters and sisters will feel ashamed, brothers will feel ashamed, entire society will feel ashamed. The pervert mind and the perversion you and your henchmen have exhibited, unquote. Condemning the influencer's comments, the Supreme Court questioned the counsel. Quote, do you subscribe to the language that he has used? What is the parameter of obscenity? There is a height this of irresponsibility. They believe that since they have become popular, they can say anything. There's dirt in his mind. Why should court favor such a person? Unquote. The top court further added, quote, just because somebody thinks they have become popular and can speak any kind of words, can he take the entire society for granted? Is there anyone on earth who will like this language? There is something very dirty in his mind that has been vomited, again, unquote. Ranvir Allahbadia's remarks during an appearance as a guest judge on comedian Samay Raina's YouTube show India's Got Latent triggered public outrage after clips of the episode went viral, following which he apologized for his comments. The Supreme Court has meanwhile given relief to Ranvir, but with caveats. Arrest of Ranvir Allahbadia has been stayed in all FIRs registered against him. No further FIR shall be registered against the petitioner on the basis of the India's Got Latent show, which was the primal cause of the FIR. Petitioner shall be at liberty to approach local police of Maharashtra and Assam for protection of life and liberty in case of any threat impeding him to join the probe. The petitioner shall deposit his passport with the Thane police. The petitioner cannot leave the country without permission of the court. That's the Supreme Court. The petitioner and his associates shall not do any other show for the time being. So they are quite literally off platforms. More restrictions on the podcaster after several FIRs have been filed against him. The court has barred him from doing shows. The Supreme Court has asked the podcaster to surrender passport. NCW has now reissued summons to him on the 6th of March. Cine workers' body has slammed quote-unquote vile language. Parliamentary panel may also further take up this matter. And in fact, there is a consideration for revisiting the laws itself, as said by Devendra Fadnavis. The Supreme Court has asked the centre if it wants to do something about obscene content on YouTube. We would like you, the government, to do something. If the government is willing to do something, we are happy. Otherwise, we are not going to leave this vacuum and barren area the way it is being misused by so-called YouTube channels and YouTubers. This is what Justice Suryakant has told the Additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Bhati, ASG Aishwarya Bhati, and has sought Attorney General and Solicitor General's assistance in the matter. The Supreme Court has further said we should not overlook the importance and sensitivity of the issue. The Maharashtra Cyber Cell sources have further stated that statements of comedian Atul Khatri, Divesh Dikshit and Saraswat Maheshwari have also been recorded. 50 people have been summoned so far, including celebrities like Rakhi Sawant. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis has spoken on putting regulations or implementing regulations amid this entire Ranvir Allahbadia controversy. Listen in.
क्योंकि प्रत्येकाला स्वातंत्र्य आहे, अभिव्यक्तीचं स्वातंत्र्य आहे, पण त्याची देखील सीमा आहे. अभिव्यक्तीचं जे स्वातंत्र्य आपल्या संविधानाने दिलेलं आहे ते काही असीमित नाही आहे. तुम्ही दुसऱ्याच्या अभिव्यक्ती स्वातंत्र्यावर आपल्या स्वातंत्र्याच्या माध्यमातून घाला घालू शकत नाही. त्यामुळे ज्या ठिकाणी अश्लीलता ही परिसीमेच्या बाहेर जाते त्या ठिकाणी कारवाई करणं हे गरजेचं असतं. मात्र या संदर्भात काही नियमावली तयार करता येईल का?
And local circles, one of Bharat's leading community platforms has conducted pulse of consumers on regulation of audio-video streaming platforms. Here are some key findings. 59% of the citizens surveyed say audio-video platforms don't segregate such content effectively, making it accessible to minors. 74% want a code of regulations that are enforced. 39% of those surveyed are in favor of government creating and administering such code. Respondents were asked, do you use audio-video streaming platforms for listening into watching content? 53% said yes. How many audio-video platforms do you have paid subscription for? Out of 10,195 respondents, the question, 15% of the respondents stated 1, 19% said 2 to 3, remaining 65% said don't subscribe to audio-video streaming platforms. Respondents were asked, do you have children at home under the age of 13 having one or more audio-video? 20% said yes, 72% said no, 6% said can't say. Do the audio video streaming platforms that you use clearly segregate explicit and adult content so children are not subjected to it? 26% said yes, but 59% have said no. How should a set of rules or regulations be created for audio video streaming platforms? 35% said industry should have a voluntary or self-governing set of rules and code of conduct. 39% want the government to intervene, create rules and regulations to ensure compliance. With that, it's a wrap of this edition of The Right Stand.
Co-powered by
While hearing the plea filed by YouTuber Ranvir Allahbadia, the Supreme Court bench came down heavily on him. However, they've granted him relief from arrest. As of now, Ranvir Allahbadia has cases pending against him at Jaipur, at Guwahati, apart from that at Mumbai as well. This very case pertains to remarks which were made on India's Got Latent show. Apart from Ranvir Allahbadia, there are several other promoters as well as judges of the show who are under the radar of various agencies. Particularly when it comes to Ranvir Allahbadia, he had moved the Supreme Court asking for relief from arrest and also clubbing of all the FIR against him. Now here, particularly the counsel that appeared for Ranvir Allahbadia, that's Abhinav Chandrachud, happened to mention before the court that he was receiving death threats and also there was name calling being made against the family members of Ranvir Allahbadia. However, the court mentioned that making comments, obscene comments, just because they had the authority on YouTube does not account for them coming before the court. They also came down heavily saying that such comments are something that would not be permissible before the parents or family. It was not kind of a comment that one would make. Particularly mentioning of these obscene comments, the court, however, though came down heavily on Ranvir Allahbadia, granted him relief from arrest in all of these cases on the condition that he would have to be present before all these enforcement agencies in person and record the statement. Also, they went further to mention that Ranvir Allahbadia did not particularly have his counsel along with him when he appears before them for questioning. Now here, before this, the Khar police station at Mumbai had also reached out to Ranvir Allahbadia. However, sources had mentioned that he was not to be found and it was not possible to communicate with him, which is where his legal team was in touch with the Khar police station. The court has also gone further and mentioned that Ranvir Allahbadia should submit his passport and so that he cannot travel outside the country. Apart from that, promoters of the very show, also were judges, are not allowed to have any further show until any orders by the court. The agencies which would further be questioning Ranvir Allahbadia have also been instructed to submit a report before the court, so which is where. Now what's also important to note is that this very statement that has been made by court would further have Ranvir Allahbadia to be ensured that he be present before all of these agencies, particularly so that he cooperate with them for the investigation. Now here the next summon for Ranvir Allahbadia is before the Maharashtra Cyber Cell, which is for February 24th. So which is where now Ranvir Allahbadia would have to be present before Maharashtra's Cyber Cell and record his statement. Apart from that, the Khar police station is also trying to find Ranvir Allahbadia, and so is a case with the summons issued from Jaipur as well as Guwahati. But on the other hand, the National Commission for Women had also sent summons to approximately 7 people who were promoters, directors and producers of the show India's Got Latent. When it comes to these very summons that were issued by the NCW, none of them appeared before the NCW. In fact, Apura Mukhija, apart from that Samay Raina, Ranvir Allahbadia had requested that they be allowed to be present through video conferencing, something that was rejected by the National Commission for Women, and the second date has now been given. Samay Raina and Apura Mukhija have been called in on March 6th, whereas Ranvir Allahbadia has been summoned for March 11th.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी इस पूरे मामले में जो आरोपी हैं रणवीर इलाहाबादी, उसको काफ़ी फटकार लगाई। जो लैंग्वेज यूज़ होते थे काफ़ी ऑब्जेक्शनेबल थे। सुप्रीम कोर्ट में ये बोला
एडवोकेट आशीष जी राय और उनके सहकारी लोगों ने मुझे राज्य महिला आयोग को एक कंप्लेंट दर्ज की थी। उन्होंने उसमें कहा था कि रणवीर इलाहाबादी और उनकी की पूरी टीम बहुत गंदे कंटेंट लेके यूट्यूब पे कुछ वीडियो अपलोड करते हैं और एक प्रोग्राम लेते हैं कि उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई की जाए, तो उसका रेफरेंस लेके
Good evening, you're watching Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. The Supreme Court of India today gave a tongue